Learning Reiki online the right way depends on the quality of the material, how it's presented, the quality of the attunements, and the lineage of the master. I think not every Reiki online course is created equal. A great Reiki online course should be simple in presentation, like Daniela and Lina's Reiki healing courses. For me, simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. They offer detailed videos. Why is this important? Learning online means you want to make the course as close to a direct course as possible. So their videos are detailed step by step and show you exactly what you need to do. They also offer downloadable ebooks for each level with original content written by Daniela and music and guided meditations by Daniela and Lina. Reiki online training should also include the proper attunements. In my opinion, don't get a Reiki course that offers to attune you into every level at once. The very important point is that you look for a teacher who will attune you into each Reiki level separately. I noticed that lots of Reiki online classes attune all the Reiki levels at once. Why is this not a good idea? Because after each Reiki level, you're supposed to have a 21-day healing time. This healing time is important too, so that, first of all, you can start helping yourself and healing yourself and integrating the Reiki energy into your life. And each level has a different focus too. Reiki level 1 focuses on self-healing. It helps to clear the chakras and the aura, and you learn the basics about energy healing. You also learn how to do a session on yourself and how to help others with Reiki too. Before you move on, you should at least take the time for yourself. Practice the Reiki sessions, then, after 21 days, practice on other people. Reiki level 2 focuses on a deeper level of healing. A very important focus of Reiki level 2 is the healing of the inner child. This is often forgotten in some Reiki teachings, online or even offline. In the master teacher level, you are taught how to master yourself and how to teach others. This is not done just with one attunement through a fast Reiki course. You need time and practice to really master Reiki, and the online course you take should give you all the time you need. Basically, a great online Reiki course is no different than a great person-to-person course. The online Reiki course must offer personal distance attunements. The online Reiki course must offer personal distance attunements for each level, and not just one attunement for every level. So obviously not all Reiki online courses are created equal, and Daniela and Lina offer everything I just said. This does not mean that other Reiki courses don't work. But because everyone is different and learns differently, you have to find the right Reiki course and teacher for yourself. So use your intuition. I think the personal distance attunements work far better, and you deserve them. The time taken to give and receive the attunements is important. If you are asking where to find a Reiki course online that will teach you everything you need to know and comes with personal distance attunements, look no further. Lina and Daniela offer great online Reiki courses, and it begins with a complete Reiki Level 1 online course too, with personal distance attunements. This is important. I think it is one of the best online Reiki courses you will find anywhere. Not everyone who takes Reiki healing courses will benefit from it. Why? Sure, anyone can learn Reiki online. And in Daniela and Lina's case, it works online just as great as when learning it person to person. Reiki is the most pragmatic energy system that you can use in your everyday life. It is the meat and potatoes of energy healing. It can be used for practically any situation, and it is not hard to do. You do not need to be a professor to learn it. You don't need to be a spiritual expert to grasp it. It is a system that can be used simply by accepting it from the Reiki teacher, so to speak, who will pass it on to the student through attunements. After the attunements, the student now has the ability to do Reiki. It is that simple. Anyone can learn Reiki, kids included. But it's not enough just to take Reiki training. You need to practice. Reiki is a universal life energy that does not discriminate. It is available to everyone. Its function is not based on any super attuned psychic abilities, but there are two things that the student or practitioner needs before and after becoming attuned into the Reiki energy. The first thing is an open mind. It is important to go into this with no expectations. From my experience, this will eliminate mental blockages that somehow stop the student from feeling the energy. Now, the energy will flow and attune the student regardless, but the student may not be sensitive to the energy if the student has too many expectations. The second thing is practicing Reiki on oneself after the attunement, regularly, every day. This is the reason I say that not everyone who takes Reiki healing courses will benefit from it. It is like any other course or seminar people take. Right after learning something new, many students feel great and energized, but some students will go home and never practice what they learned. If you do not practice Reiki after the attunements, you will not get all the benefits from it. It seems simple, but sadly, many people think all they need to do is have the knowledge and the attunements. But knowledge and attunements is not enough. You need to practice. The good news is that activating Reiki energy is like riding a bike. You will never lose this ability. All you need to do is activate the Reiki energy channel and it will flow. But in my personal life, if I don't practice it regularly, I've noticed that the Reiki energy becomes less intense. There was a point when I was not receiving any benefit from Reiki at all. Later, I began doing it all the time, and the more I did it, the more intense it became. Today, I don't even need to draw the symbols. I just need to activate the channel and see the symbols in my mind's eye, which are imprinted there now, and the Reiki does its job. It's almost a symbiotic relationship I have with the Reiki energy these days. Now, I like to believe that the kind of symbiotic relationship is similar to mutualism. That's where both Reiki and myself benefit. But what do I mean? Reiki as a universal energy benefits because I believe that the more Reiki is practiced, the stronger it grows collectively in humanity. So really, the symbiotic mutualism is one that we all share when we practice Reiki on a regular basis. I have a word of caution with online Reiki attunements. Not all attunements are created equal. What do I mean? Reiki is transferred to the student by the Reiki master during the attunement process. Nothing else needs to be done. It works automatically. An attunement is an initiation into the universal life energy. The master connects to the Reiki source and uses Reiki symbols to connect you to the source of Reiki. It means you are now able to channel Reiki to yourself and others when desired. During the attunements, this can feel like a Reiki session, but more intense. Maybe you feel emotional during or after the attunement. You may see colors, memories can arise, or maybe you simply feel at peace. Remember, the activation of the Reiki energy is transferred by the master, right? So take a close look at the teacher and the school and the testimonials of the online Reiki offer. If they do personal distance attunements for each student, this is a great sign. Like I mentioned above, make sure the teachers offer personal distance attunements for each level and that you get initiated into each level separately and not all at once. Also, the information they teach should be easy to follow and thorough. Daniela has taught Reiki practitioners who actually already learned Reiki from a different teacher, but came to Daniela because they were never satisfied and said that Daniela's Reiki course offered more information. First off, in my opinion, to keep the Reiki energy pure, it's important that your Reiki teacher has a lineage. This lineage can be traced to the source of Reiki, to Uzui himself. Lina and Daniela have this lineage. Another thing to watch out for is how many attunements are given. Lina and Daniela offer all the necessary attunements for each Reiki level and guarantee individual attunements for each student. They take the time for you, and this is important. In Daniela's online Reiki course, the first degree has 4 attunements that you will get in one session. This is the way Daniela learned how to do it many years ago, back in Germany. Attunements can feel different for each person, but whether you are receiving it online as a distance attunement or person to person, it feels the same. Some people feel as if they are surrounded by an energy cloud. They can see colors, feel tingling on the head or third eye. Memories or emotions can come up. They can feel very light or very heavy. Some don't feel anything. Whatever you experience during your attunement, this is what you need to experience at that moment. There is no right or wrong. It also depends on how sensitive you are to energy. Depending on any subconscious blockages, be open and let it happen. Don't block the flow of energy through negative thoughts and doubts or expectations, or the belief that you cannot be a Reiki channel. Be open and willing to receive the attunements. The Reiki attunement can start a cleansing process that affects the physical body as well as the mind and emotions, so be prepared for this. The most important preparation is to open yourself up to the Reiki energy by not having any expectations. You can also have some relaxing music playing in the background, but only if this is something you enjoy. It's not necessary to do much to prepare. I did nothing, but I had no expectations, and my attunements were strong and effective. However, some believe that in order for the attunement to work to its highest degree, you need to follow these purification steps. Eat well in advance of the attunements. This means less coffee, alcohol, no greasy foods, stay away from processed foods, candy, chocolate, etc. You can do some fasting a couple of days before the attunements too. Empty your mind of any expectations, doubts, fears, anger, by taking quiet walks, meditating, or shutting off your ego by focusing on the moment, on the surrounding environment, instead of the noise in your head. The Reiki attunements will work one way or the other. The only question is, how sensitive will you be or become to it? The healthier you are, the better. The more open you are, the better. The more balanced, at peace, the happier you are, the better. Detoxifying from both your mental and physical toxic environments can only be a benefit for your initiation into Reiki. Toxins are found already in the umbilical cord, and as you grow older, we become more toxic over time as our environment and foods have over 80,000 chemicals. But it's not just the physical toxins that we should worry about, it's also the mental and spiritual toxins, so to speak. We would get less sick if we had the correct way of thinking. Often, the toxins we have in our physical being are only released to harm us through stress. The wrong way of thinking, anger, fear, worry, makes us sick. The way people think is both toxic to themselves and the surrounding people. Reiki is the first step in dealing with the toxicity in our lives, and it might be wise to go into the attunements as cleansed and balanced and at peace as possible. Reiki can be all you need to learn. In some ways, Reiki is often just the starting point, the springboard into the exciting realm of spiritual growth. Reiki is a great support and complement to other energy healing systems and beyond, like White Light Self-Empowerment, Matrix 7, Shamanic Journeying, or Trance Healing, and others. But for me, it's my go-to system, which I use every day, and if I didn't learn any other system, I would be fine with that. Reiki satisfies my spiritual needs. But of course, you should grow beyond Reiki if you feel the need. The right Reiki online course is important when learning Reiki to become fulfilled in your life. We need to heal ourselves and become whole again so that our baggage gets dissolved, leaving us feeling alive and vital, enjoying a simple, fulfilling life. The right online Reiki course is important when learning Reiki to become fulfilled in your life.